the physios came around and saw me later on that afternoon and started immediately with physio treatments. So a couple of hours post that, I was walking on crutches. She assisted me on the crutches, showed me how to walk on the crutches, and left to go home that evening.
香港居民可以在当晚或第二天回家。海外患者通常在医院住2个晚上，修复手术患者可能需要在医院再住1个晚上。
I had the operation at 9 in the morning. I was up and walking probably by about 4 in the afternoon.
Very, very difficult. I got on the crutches. I was helped out of bed. I was got on the crutches and had to walk 10 yards to the end of the wardroom and back, and exhausted, absolutely exhausted having done that.
So I was in hospital, I believe, for 2 nights. So home on the 3rd day.
で3日目で退院して上海の方にすぐ戻りました。
I sit at a desk all day, and I don't really have the ability to elevate my leg, which he said I needed to do for at least a week or so after the operation. So I took the whole of the following week off, and then a couple of days after that, just to err on the side of caution.
I probably ditched the crutches properly after about a week. I'd gone on to one after about 4 days.
I managed to get off my crutches at 4 days without any severe pain at all. And when I saw Aaron, he worked on the range of motion and made sure that the heel contact was what I was supposed to be doing when learning how to walk again.
您将在7到14天内进行第1阶段手术后理疗，您还需要去看你的外科医生，江医生或陈医生都可以进行简单的检查，确保膝关节恢复正常。
The graft's been taken from here, so that's why we have to protect your hamstrings for the first few weeks, so we don't get you doing any heavily loaded exercises.
Okay.
But that's probably what's restricting you from straightening your leg at the moment, that and a little bit of swelling. Have a little feel through your calf. You've got no tenderness or anything like that through your calf at the moment?
It's sensitive to the touch, but internal calf muscle is absolutely fine, I think.
As the swelling in your knee comes down, then that will come a lot easier. We do need to get you straight, because when you're walking, when you strike with your heel, we want the leg to be straight as you hit. And we can do a little, what we call a patella tap, so we see the kneecap just floats a little bit on the fluid there, it just bounces. So that's perfectly normal. So that swelling will come down. Can you just bend your knee up for me? Great, so you've got at least 90 degrees already. And as I say, the main restrictors at the moment will be these dressings, because they tend to tug as you straighten your knee, and also that swelling just pouches up into the knee there. So there's a little bit of bruising here. You can see the bruising come all the way down there and a little bit higher up here. That's all normal.
そうですね、手術自体初めてのことですし、どういうことが起きるか私も想像はできませんし、先生の方もねわからないので、何か質問があったらいつでもメールの方で。
I was walking around fine within a week. But if I walked out in the street or a crowded road, I'd take a crutch, because Cece told me just to protect myself if you need to bat off strangers on a busy road.
因为我是性格也比较急，当时也是希望我的腿恢复的比较好，所以可能我做的比较多。他让我做比如说伸腿5次，可能我做了10次，所以这样其实也不是特别好。
メールの方でやり取り何度かさせていただいて、先生の方もとても親切な答えをすぐにしてくれてたので。
So initially, probably for the first 6 weeks, there was hamstring strengthening, quad strengthening, and just restabilizing of the actual leg.
Clearly it's lying flat here now, so if we have a look at this side and just see the range here with a little bit of hyperextension. And here, that's okay?
Yeah.
Can you bend it up for me? Just a tiny bit tight at the end, but pretty good, yeah? Nearly full range, yeah? Scars are all healed, last little bit, just waiting to come off there. The rest are all good. Kneecap's moving quite well. No swelling. Very good.
恢复期前几周的重点是开始恢复您的肌肉力量。
It was okay?
Yeah.
10. Good. Have a rest. Doing this, you can certainly ramp up the resistance on the bike now. If you're not getting any reaction, then he's tolerating it very well. Then yeah, certainly start to wind up the resistance now.
所以后来我还是听这个物理治疗师，还是比较有规律的去见他，1个星期3次，然后慢慢我觉得这个腿的越来越好。
You have to really listen to what your body's telling you. When it starts to swell up, stop. Put your leg up, put some ice on it. Listen to what your physio's saying. That's a very big part because your physio's with you more than the doctor.
You've got to keep working on it, and you've got to, just put the effort in, and you've got to put the time in, and do the repetitions, and gradually you do see the differences and feel the differences. Stage 3 for the physio was more jumping on it and getting the body to actually be comfortable with the knee without trying to protect itself from injury. So getting that graft to really start working properly.
That knee is starting to aim at me. Make sure your knee there you go. So your knee stays over your foot.
有一個問題就係我始終可能跑完或者做做咗可能3-4個字運動，我就會已經 feel 到係有啲痛咯。咁有一刻我其實有一次我仲驚，我以為有斷過，因為我之後成隻腳有好鬆，好似當時斷咗咁嘅感覺。咁我即刻嗱臨去揾 Aaron， 咁佢都話冇事，係只不過係因為好弱啊，成隻腳冇力。
もう本当にすぐ返事が返ってきたので、その辺は心配もなく、もし問題があってもこれは治る過程での一つの過程なので問題ないよというような一言あるだけで私の方安心するのでね。
You will not be able to believe how quickly those muscles disappear. At one point, the top of my leg was actually skinnier than my knee, and I think that is the only time in my life my leg has been that thin.
If I had any advice for people going into an ACL reconstructive or thinking about doing the physio, to just book that time and be 100% committed, because the more committed you are, obviously the quicker you recover, the better you recover, and the quicker you get back to playing the sports, which is obviously why you would do the reconstruction.
但在手术后的6到7个月以后呢，我就正式开始去上课。
Within the boxing training, there is a little bit of pivoting, albeit probably more on the right leg, because my right leg would be behind me, and my left leg usually in front from the stance that I would take. But still there's some pivoting, but I've had no issue with that. And also, with boxing, you are kind of bouncing around on your toes a little bit.
Going back to ice hockey was a little bit scary, I guess, being on ice skates. But surprisingly, I felt fairly comfortable and confident going on the skates.
何せ足を人よりもまっすぐに見せなきゃいけないダンスの世界ですので、その辺は自分的にはもう完璧に、ダンスの上でも完璧にっていうのは。
2 weeks ago, I started actually doing the contact part of the training. So the contact drills, tackling drills, a little bit of scrummaging, line-out jumps, which is all the stuff that I would previously do in a game. But it was more the mental aspect, not physically what I could do, because I could do it.
咁其實今日係講緊9個月啦，之後我做完手術之後，我第一次練翻波，正式練翻波嘅嗰日啦。咁我之前可能講緊1個月前都有踢下啲普通街場啊，普通 casual football 啦。咁但係冇正式再受嗰啲正統嘅訓練。咁今日第一次啦。咁其實係個心情係好，我唔知點講咧，有少少奇怪，因為始終咁耐冇踢過波咧。你見到我其實好白㗎，你 compare 下其他人，全部啲人都話你做咩咁白而家？
So it's been 14 months after the operation and feeling good, playing once a week, and and playing in a Division 2 standard, which is great. Looking to move up.
所以今天你在我上课的过程中，你看到我做的一些动作，其实在以前我是不可以的。如果是在8到9个月之前，可能我还是会考虑，我不可能不一定会强迫我自己去做。
I suppose what it does do is give me some more confidence to do the occasional ad hoc activities that I would never have done before. You know, be that being able to go out wakeboarding, rock climbing, things that you might do on activity holidays, which I would really steer away from before.
そうですね、やっぱりこう問題があるまま年を取っていい運動しないからとか、別に何もそんなね特にしないけれどもって言いますけど、やっぱりこう健康のために長いロングライフの中で
I'm looking at going back to netball probably in the beginning of the next season. So still a couple of months to go, and started playing squash around about 6 months post-surgery.
That's fantastic. I was a little bit nervous beforehand, especially taking impact on the knee. But it was fine. We got into a few scraps and there was some impact and there was some contact, but it was fine. I didn't have any problems running or twisting. In fact, you know, I wouldn't have even known that I'd had that injury a while ago. Still wearing a brace, and I'll probably continue to wear a brace until I get the confidence back. But it's just fantastic to be playing again.
我还可以做回我最喜欢的职业，做一个武术老师，教武术，教瑜伽，教太极，教小孩子，然后同时我自己也可以做表演，自己也可以练继续 continue 我的武术。
It's fantastic to be back playing squash, and I think with a little bit more effort, that hopefully I'll win a game someday.